So this is stuff we've all we should have done all this already, actually, one way or another. So it's all past history stuff. Okay, so starting from the top, let me give each of you like 20 seconds to work this out. So Jock, I'll ask you first to do this one. Please allow Annie to drive the car, but just give it 10 seconds or so for other people to just try and formulate a sentence. So let me, I can see this is I can smell the cogs whirring. So for causative, remember that the person who is doing the allowing is marked with ga, and the person that you are enforcing your will upon is marked with ni. And then we need the if we use iku, for example, as our base verb, and then the causative. Do you remember what how to do the causative of this, Jock?
Ikase.
Yep, exactly. Ikaseru. Yeah, exactly. Ikaseru. Yeah. Cool. Good. Okay. Over to you.
So we try Ani-san ga kuruma o unten.
So it's actually you allowing Annie to do it. So she needs to be marked with ni.
No, I'm allowing Annie. I'm asking somebody else to allow Annie.
Yes, but you're going to ask them a favor. You're going to ask them a request.
Okay. So Annie-san.
Because it's really what you're saying is anata ga Annie-san ni. Or this can be ni, or it can be o. Both are fine.
Annie-san o kuruma o ikasete kudasai.
So not ikasete, but the word for driving.
Unten sasete kudasai.
Exactly, yeah. Unten sasete kudasai. Good. Yeah, exactly.
And I couldn't use unten or yurushite kudasai.
Do you mean yarasete?
No.
Yurushite would be to forgive.
Yurusu, yeah.
To forgive?
Well, it's like allowing, isn't it?
No.
Not really?
No. That's an active verb, so you'd have to. That would just mean please forgive. Depends how Annie crashes the car. You might need to say
okay. I've got two O's there, haven't I? So
yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. You can, if you're worried about it, if you don't want to have too many O's, you can put ni, but I don't actually think it matters in this. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Good. Nazca, you're next. If Andre won't stop talking, I will make him go home. Have 10 seconds or so to think about this. Okay, over to you.
Andreさんが話をやめないなら
Good.
話やめないなら
Yeah, good.
彼を家に帰らせます。
Yeah, good. 帰らせます。Good. 帰らせます。Yeah, very good. アンドレさんが話しやめないなら彼を家に帰らせます。帰らせます。Yeah. So you just to make it easier, you don't need any really. If you say 帰らせます, then this means to his house. Good. Can you read it one more time?
アンドレさんが話し アンドレさんが話しやめないなら彼を帰らせます。
Very good. Excellent. Good. Effie, could you lend me that maths book?
What is lend? I have a kasu.
Kasu. Yeah.
Sogaku. Shogaku. Shugaku.
Sugaku.
Shugaku. Okay. Okay. Shugaku no hon.
Do you mean sono?
Sorry. その数学の本をcould you lend me? So is that as simple as it looks like?
It probably is, yeah.
貸せますか?
Kashimaska. Will you lend it to me? Yeah.
Or should I do like the potential? No. This
No.
Can you? Okay.
It's a request, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could do it like this. What else could you do?
I thought maybe for the could you, maybe a more polite request, but I'm not sure now what I have to do.
So it's going to be obviously lots of this. This doesn't really change.
Wait, how many?
There's probably about
maybe something
8.
with the "いいですか?"
No, that's
No,
asking permission.
No. Oh, okay.
You could say, could I borrow it? But that's not the same as saying,
yeah,
can you lend it to me? So if you turn this into a polite request, how would you do that?
貸しませんか?
Kashimasenka is also another way. Yeah, it is a request, but it's in the form of a question. But how would you make an actual request?
Something with kudasai.
Yeah, kashite kudasai.
貸してください.
Yeah. And then if you combine these two together, make this request. Sorry, let me just allow hiring. If you combined, for example, this request and turned it into a question, hi Taya, what would you do? I just
So
want more.
kudasaru, right? The kudasaru. So this has to be turned into a question now.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, because that sounds very weird.
Have a guess. Have a guess.
But no, just the kudasai. Do I only change the kudasai? Kudasaru, kudasa.
It's not kudasarimasu, by the way. It's as you
Okay,
said.
I was gonna say.
It's kudasaimasu, and then it's a question. So,
Kudasaimasu ka.
yeah, kudasaimasu ka. And then we can do another one. Instead of
Is the
kudasai.
kashite staying like that though? Kashite
Yeah,
kudasaimasu ka.
just
Okay.
keep it as the te form. Yeah, just keep it as the imperative. And then maybe instead of kudasaimasu ka, you could also have
Moraimasu ka?
moraimasu ka. Anything else?
I don't know.
There's one which is a bit like kudasai, but not kudasai.
I don't remember it now.
Kim?
Agemasu?
No, that's to give. That's you giving it to somebody else.
Kureru?
Kureru?
Kuremasu ka?
Very good. Kuremasu ka.
Kureru, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good. There's
Somebody
another one.
really wants that math book.
There's one more. We can make this even more polite, even more beggy. Not kuremasu ka, but
Add an O.
stop. Yeah, yeah, you can use or. That one that you're thinking of, Nasuka. But it's normally expressed like this. It's usually expressed by this. Onegai dekimasu ka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not onegai shimasu in that case.
No, it's normally said like this. And then we've got another one.
You
It's
save
never
before
ending.
dinner.
Itadakimasen ka?
Itadakimasu ka. And then as you said, Joseph, exactly.
We can put
itadakimasen ka?
all of the other ones too.
Exactly.
Senka.
Yeah. Just so that you see the entire dasai. Itadakimasu ka? Could you? Are you able to lend it to me?
So we ended up in the correct version after 10.
These are all good. These are all good. These are all good. These all basically do this for you.
And then you could go itadaku gozaimasen ka?
You could probably. Yeah. Itadaite itadakimasu ka?
Now I don't want the book anymore.
It's not that good. Good. But
Kurenaika?
kurenaika as well, if you want to go into the informal side of it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I guess the point is, guys, that there are, and the thing that I want to start getting across, especially as we start to explore more conversation Japanese, is that there are many, 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 many different ways of saying the same thing as there are in our own languages. So please don't rely on the kind of formulaic way that we've been using so far. That's important to know that. That's our tree trunk, if you like. But there's all the leaves on the tree as well that we have to start learning. Okay, good. Well done, Effie. Tobe. Tom put a band-aid on Mike's arm.
トムさんがマイクに
Sanga, Mike ni.
腕で maybe
So I would say Mike no ude ni.
マイクの腕に、カットバンを作りました。
Can you say that again?
カットバン
Kattoban. Is that what it's called?
はい。
Kattoban, like this.
はい。
Uh-huh.
作りました。
Or tsukemashita, like this.
作りました。
Yes, so this
right.
is tsukeru, which is a group 2 verb.
It's a group. Yeah, I took it like a group 1. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Tsukemashita. Good. This sounds a bit like this sounds like a favor that Tom did for Mike. So how would you give that feeling?
We could use あげました。
Very good. Yeah. So how would you do that?
So just instead of maybe 作ってあげました
One more
or
time?
just あげました
No,
Again?
I think say what you said first again.
つけてあ
Yeah.
げました。
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Good. And I want a little bit more. How would you say that Mike received the putting on of a plaster from
Oh my
Tom?
God.
Yeah.
So let's see. I would use the same structure as before, but maybe could I say mashita at the end?
つけてくださいました.
Would this do maybe? Or
Maybe we should use something like kara to express that this was received, or say it was received from somebody.
So Tom さんが
Tom さんが
カットバンから
Kattoban kara from a plaster.
No.
So actually, I think what I want to do here, Toby, what I'm pushing you to do is to make Mike the subject of this sentence.
Okay. So Mike さんに would this
No, that's I want Mike to be the subject, so he has to be marked with
Mike さんは Mike さんは
what? Yep.
Tom さんに
Okay. This will work if you're careful.
Yeah. But this color, I'm a little bit lost. So
yeah, you need to make a decision here. You can use ni, but then you have to change the rest of the sentence, or you can use kara, and you can keep the sentence relatively simple.
Yeah, I'm just lost where I.
Okay. So let's think about what you actually want to say. Mike.
Yeah.
From Tom My internet's unstable, by the way, guys, just in case my sound goes funny. Mike, from Tom, received a putting on of plaster. That's basically what you're trying to say, isn't it?
So this then Mike-san wa Tom-san kara agete.
You can't stick the verb in the middle of the sentence. That's to go.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But agemashita would be at the end, and
it's not agemashita, it's received, so it's something else.
Received. Yeah. Kureru, maybe. Tom-san kara kattoban ga kuremashita.
No.
We need, because this is where I'm lost. We need the applying also.
Yeah. So why not just put this in there as it is? Skete.
And kuremashita.
Kuremashita. Why not? Mike. So here's the subject, Mike, at the beginning. Okay. I'm now going to put all this stuff in a subclause. Mike received something. Kurimashita. He received something. He received something. Probably better to actually have moraimashita, I think.
Moraimashita.
Yeah. So he received something. What did he receive? Well, he received. Let's now reduce some of this subclause. He received it from Tom. Okay. And what did he receive? He received the fixing of a plaster.
This is kind of how you building up a question.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Smooth.
Well, I mean, questions and sentences are overlapping magisteria, really. Okay, good. Andre, could you go to the pharmacy for me?
薬局に行ってもらいませんか?
Very good, yeah. もらえませんか? What about, could you go to the pharmacy for me to, oops, sorry, hang on. How do I undo that? Hang on. Sorry. Could you go to the pharmacy for me to pick up my medicine? How about this one?
私の薬を取るために薬局に行ってくださいませんか?
Yeah, good, exactly. くださいませんか? Very good. Cool, very good. Can you read that one more time, Andre?
私の薬を取るために薬局に行ってくださいませんか?
Good. Do you think we've got a verb here, and we've got a verb just secreted in there. Do you think we can maybe join these together somehow? I mean, this is perfect for, if we use the tamini, then this is perfect. There's no other way of putting it in this sentence except this way. This is the perfect tamini sentence. But maybe there's a more easier conversational way to say, can you go and get my medicine, please, from the pharmacy? What do you think?
私の薬のために
I think we're going to have to lose tamini at this point. This was perfect. I don't think you can do it any other way. Watashi no kusuri or, and then something, 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 something. So this will be a little bit more like, could you go and get my medicine from the pharmacy?
私の薬を取って 薬局に行ってくださいませんか?
Okay, so let me.
Can we do that?
You can, but it then starts to create a problem that totte and itte suggest sequentiality. So you go and get the medicine first, and then you go to the pharmacy.
Yes.
So totte doesn't really work. You need a different kind of transformation of the verb toru. And to help you
Tori.
along, yeah, you got it. Before we do that though, Andre, what I'm going to suggest is watashi no kusuri o, and then put in here yakyoku ni or yakyoku kara, might be better, and then over to you. You said it the right thing just now.
取り行って、
取りに、sorry, 取り
に行ってくださいませんか?
Yeah, exactly. Very good. くださいませんか? So this is a much more conversational way of saying it. The problem is trying to fit in all the details like watashi no kusuri o yakyoku kara or yakyoku ni. This becomes a little bit problematic, but otherwise this is a much more conversational way. I think this sentence with tameni is a lot easier to plan, isn't it? You can just say, you can put the tameni section into a subclause and then just do all the actual request outside of this. Yeah. Okay, good. Kim. Oh, that's quite an easy one for you, Kim. I have to make it more complex after this. Would you eat the last piece of tempura?
最後の天ぷら食べますか?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm going to ask next? No. How else could you say this? What's a different way of saying it?
Yeah.
Is this literally a question or a request?
It's a little bit like a request. No, I'm lost in this one.
Okay. It's that way.
I have no idea.
Okay, so how would we turn this into a sentence that finished with kudasai?
Tabete kudasai.
See, you're not lost at all. You're just being.
Okay.
You're just attention seeking. That's all.
No.
What else would go? And then what else would happen? So what else do we need here?
Just the first part.
Yes.
Copy paste.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
最後の天ぷらを食べてください.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Oh yeah.
And how would we now combine these two to make this request also sound like a question to make it even more polite?
We did it before. 最後の天ぷらを食べてくださいませんか?
Very good. Very good. Kudasaimasenka. Kudasaimasenka. Yeah. My fingers don't automatically write hiragana, katakana very well. Romaji very well. Good. Well done. Joseph. So the door is not a few. That's over. He's moving on to somebody else, to the next victim. Thank God for that. This is what it's like in our morning Sunday practice, isn't it? With Taya putting the spotlight on people. Who's next? Who's next? Come on. So the door is not opened by the strong wind. Could you lock it, please? Oh, this is suitably challenging, isn't it? Ja.
じゃあ、ドアが、強い風から閉まらないね。閉めて。
閉めらないね. You sound like Rachel Han Morris. just throw some words in a sentence and hope.
じゃあ、ドアが強い風から、
I mean, actually, the way you just said it, this would probably get you through. This would be understood. It's just, it's not a very elegant sentence.
Yeah, and I said closed, not opened. 開け
Bono.
開けらない
Akeranai.
開けらない
So this is group, Akeru is group 2, so it would just be
開けない
Akenai.
だからですからだから、閉めてください。
Okay. Akenai dakara. So let me just feed back to you what you've said.
開けなかったから。
No, you're making it worse.
Yeah,
What you actually said was, because the wind will not open that door,
yeah.
close it. But that's not what you want to say, is it?
No, I have to go to the past.
No, you need to actually go to the, not the past, but the
Perfect.
Passive.
Passive. Yeah. ドアが風に、
Very good.
強い風に
Mhm.
開けられないか
Right.
ら、
Not kara.
開けられない。
In order that something doesn't happen, we would use what? For the benefit of something not happening. Do you remember?
No.
So, I mean, if you look up on these earlier ones, so Andre said, basically,
Tame
saying,
would be for the reason.
you could use tame.
Opposite.
Yeah, you could use tame if this was an affirmative verb, but you can't use the tame there. So instead of tame, you could use. Any guesses from the panel? Anybody?
Yoni?
Akana yoni. So we can only use yoni for negatives like this. Yeah.
開けらないように閉めてください。
Okay. So shimete kudasai is fine, but maybe that would just mean close it. How would we say lock it? So the most usual phrase actually. Go ahead, Tom.
鍵をつける
Kagi o. It's actually kakeru. Kakeru. So
かける sorry.
yeah, this would be not kakeru, but kakete. Yes. Kakete kudasai. Ja. Actually, we don't need ja there. This so actually means in order that. So that. Door ga tsuoi kaze ni akerarenai you ni kagi o kakete kudasai. Yeah, this is good.
すみません。
Dozo.
Why do we have the ano?
We don't really need it, but yeah.
Well, just
Do-
emphasize, you don't need it.
ドアが強い風に開けられないように鍵をかけてください。This is perfect. Good. Can you read it one more time, Joseph?
ドアが強い風に開けられないように鍵をかけてください。
Very good. Just before I disappear off the screen, let's take a moment to read all these together. If you could unmute yourselves, please, guys. Okay, let's do it. Let's try to make sure we cleanly hit all the syllables in a monotonous, boring, drab way, shall we? 兄さんに車を運転させてください。
兄さんに車を運転させてください。
Yeah, Tom, go and drink 2 liters of Coca-Cola. アンドレさんが話しやめないからなら彼を帰らせます。
アンドレ
さん
さん
さんが話しやめないならを帰らせます。
帰らせます。
その数学の本を貸しますか？
その数学の
学の本を来ますか？
しますか？
トムさんがマイクの腕にカット板をつけてあげました。
トムさんがマイクの腕にカット板をつけてあげました。
つけてあげました。
マイクさんはトムさんからカット板をつけてもらいました。
マイクさんはトムさんからカット板をつけてもらいました。
つけてもらいました。
私の薬を取るために薬局に行ってくださいませんか？
私の
薬を取るために薬局に行ってくださいませんか？
薬局に行ってくださいませんか？
私の薬を薬局から取りに行ってくださいませんか？
私の薬を薬局から取りに行ってくださいませんか？
ください
ませんか？
最後の天ぷらを食べてくださいませんか？
最後の天ぷらを
食べてくださいませんか？
くださいませんか？
ドアが強い風に開けられないように鍵をかけてください。
ドアが強い風に開けられないように
鍵をかけてください。
鍵をかけてください。
Good. Okay, good.
Could I have a small question? I don't want to linger in it very long. I just this kairasemasu, the causative for kairu. Why isn't this kaisasemasu?
Kairasemasu.
Like kadasasemasu.
Sure. So let's just remind ourselves how to make the causative form. So let's use iku as our base verb. We then make the negative ikan, and then this is like nai, but without the nai. And then we put seru on the end, so this becomes ikaseru. Now let's do the same thing with kairu. Kaeru. This is group one verb, remember?
This is a group one verb.
Yes.
Right. That's why. That's why.
Kaeraseru. Yeah.
I
hope you weren't suggesting.
Yeah, I mixed it up with a group two verb. Sorry.
I hope you weren't suggesting that Nazca got that wrong.
No, indeed not. I was just wondering when we read it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Any other questions on these ones, guys? Right. Let's move on to Paya. I will take the cake to the festival for you.
May I use Matsuri for festival?
Yes, please do.
Matsuri ni keiki wo motte moraimasu.
Huh?
Motte moraimasu.
That means, would you hold the cake for me?
Agemasu.
That means I'll hold the cake for you.
I don't know how to take.
So motte is good, but we need something else after it. Motsu just means to hold. So what's bring, Paya?
I don't know.
Motte, and then we make the movement.
Motte ikku. No.
That's correct for this one, for the actual question. Yes.
Motte. What?
Go on.
Ikimasu.
Motte ikimasu. Yep, this is very factually correct. Matsuri ni keiko, keiki o motte ikimasu. How would you say that I will? This sounds a little bit like a favor you're doing for somebody. So it's not just a fact of saying, I'm going to take the cake to the festival. I'm going to take the cake to the festival for you. So we would say.
Yeah, that's. Not sure. Don't know really.
So a favor for you is normally made up of blah, 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 blah. Lots of information. Blah, blah, blah. Te.
Agemasu. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, just too much verbs. Motte, itte, agemasu.
Very good. Agimasu. Cool. Good. Good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. This other verb. Is it polite to use it to like? Is this the polite way how to say this?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. This is
Okay.
This is very polite. In fact, I.
させあげるね。
Yeah, exactly. I most of my serious kind of Japanese speaking is to a sensei, one sensei or another. Generally, when I'm talking about doing something which involves them, I always put my verb into te agimasu just to be polite, really. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
shall I make some tea? I don't say, sensei, ocha o tsukurimashou ka? I don't say this. I always say, ocha o tsukute agimashou ka? So I make it clearly sound like I'm doing him a favor.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And Taya, she took this photo of an eagle for me.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down, Piotr.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
No, Piotr, slow down.
Oh, he has already the answer, right?
No. He's driving like he wants to get home really quickly.
Uh-huh.
Can you see him?
No.
Ah.
No, I can see only you. So.
Povoli, Piotr. Povoli.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not
Go ahead.
fiddling with the things now.
Sure.
Can I use 彼女?
Yeah.
彼女が写真、
Not but this.
この写真 of an eagle.
Yeah.
Washi.
Mm-hmm.
この和紙の写真
Very good.
を撮ってあげます。
She did it for me, not agimas. She passed it down to me.
撮ってもらいます。
Totte, that means I
received.
Yeah, so sorry to draw some details to this. Moraimashita meant I received the photo, but we've marked her as being the subject of this sentence. So you can't actually use moraimashita. This, if it was kanojo kara, it's not kara, then you could use moraimashita to say I received it from her. But as you've marked her as the subject, you have to say what she did for you. So
she took this photo for me. So I'm missing this part of.
Okay, so it's not agimas, it's not moraimas. It can only be two other things really.
Kuremas,
but it's in the past tense.
Kuremashita.
Kuremashita, exactly. Or the other one could have been. Kukuruma. Kukurukuku. Paloma.
Could this be kudasaimashita?
It is kudasaimashita, yeah.
Sorry.
Kuremashita or kudasaimashita. So I think on the previous page I might have failed to spot an error. But remember that if we mark the person who is giving something to you, if we mark that person as the subject, then the act of giving something to you is to say to pass down, which is either kudasaimasu or kurimasu. If you are marking yourself as the subject and you're saying that you received it from somebody, then this is moraimashita, itarakimashita, etc. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
彼女がこの和紙の写真を撮ってくれました。
Very good.
撮ってくださいました。
Exactly. Now, if we just to labour this point, then, if I stuck moraimashita on the end, then what would I have to do to the rest of the sentence there?
This was the から。
Yes.
彼女からこの和紙の写真を撮ってもらいました。
Exactly. Kanojo kara. Good. Okay. Piotr, ready?
Hi.
I'm sorry, but I can't call you tomorrow.
すみませんが、明日、
Shipko.
呼んであげられません？
Very good. Agerarimasen. Perfect. Excellent. Good. Okay, good. Right, we've got a few more. What time is it? 6:47. Probably we should go on to doing some translating from Japanese into our own language, really. Would you agree, guys? Because we're basically here to do that direction of translation. So let's do that now. Okay. Let's get rid of all this. What's the best way of doing this? Just a second, guys. I'm just going to find the work that I prepared earlier. Yeah, this looks good. Give me a secondo just to make this easy to read. That's better. Now, I've just zoomed in on a page, but I'm not sure if Zoom will actually represent that page properly. Is that fairly big? Easy to read? Yeah, okay. So if you want to read the Japanese, then here you are. This character here should be just there. It's the first character of this sentence here. If you can't read the Japanese, then by all means, I have already prepared the Romaji for you. So let's try this first one with you reading it, and then the next one I shall read to you, and then you'll have to try and work it out. So let's go. How do we do this now without my head exploding? I'll tell you what we'll do. Nasuka, can you read this section, please?
参加しておられる先生方の半分ぐらいはお分かりだと思うのですが、刀は抜いて切るのではなく、切るために抜くという使い方をしてください。
Good. Okay. And Effie, can you read this bit?
どうしても最初は抜いてから切る形通り覚えてしまうものですが、あくまでも切るために抜くもの。
Good. That's it. And then Tobe, from here to here.
この9本目もそうですが、抜き打ちなのです。そして足を引いての茎打ちです。
茎打ち? That's not quite right. What's actually? Sorry, I made a typo mistake. そしてあくまでもこの9本目も抜き打ち。そして足を引いての抜き打ちです。Not 茎打ち。茎打ち is what you do when you break biscuits before you put them in your coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not.
And Andre, this last section here, please. Are you muted, Andre?
Oh, sorry. So I just read the kanji paragraph.
Sure. Yeah.
下がって 切っているのではなく、下がりながら切っている抜き打ちと捉えてください。
Very good. Excellent. Good. So, guys, I should warn you now. This is. Let me just stop recording for a second. Okay, share screen. This one. I wonder how I can do this because I need to write at the same time. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm now going to pick this up and put it onto the whiteboard so that I can write over it. So this is the beginning of, well, which form do you think this was? Anybody? That he's talking about? Anybody?
Is it Nukiuchi?
No, it's this one.
It's the 9.
Soidezuki.
Soidezuki, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wasn't planning to kind of get you to do an identification of the kata from the description. I just forgot to paste that part into the text. Okay, right. Let's see. Kim. Let's go from this through this part here.
Just a little nitpicking.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
For Tsuki, is it Zuki or is it made from Zu or from Tsu?
It's definitely Zu. Okay.
Okay.
So I know that people pronounce this incorrectly, but for example, give me a second. So we got.
But it's made from like it's Su with two
TSU. Yeah, it's ski definitely. But let's go through the Seitei kata for a moment, and I'll show you what I mean. Shiro uke nagashi. This is all remains the same. This is also tsuka atte, and then we've got kesa, and then this is the verb kiru. Yeah, this is a compound word that k becomes a g to make kesagiri. Morote, and then this is tsuku to thrust. But because it's a compound word, this becomes zuki. Zuki. Yeah. Sampo. This is again is kiru. This is a compound word. It becomes giri, not kiri. Simple giri. Yeah. Ganmen. Up there. That doesn't change. And then soete. And then again, this is tsuku. This is zuki. It's a compound word. Don't think it changes after that. Shiho kiru. This is shiho giri. So kiru, this becomes so giri, and then nuki uchi doesn't change from its originals, but this is often mispronounced.
Yeah. So do you do a difference in Romaji if it's
definitely
if it's z from tsu or from su?
It should be. Give me a second. I'll just put the katakana up. This, I mean, it's even written in hiragana. I'm not sure it's actually written in the Seitei manual that way. Just a second. I don't know if they actually write the name of the kata in kana. Yeah, it's furigana. So if anybody's got the Japanese Seitei manual with them, it's very different. I can show you. Just a second. Can you see that little furigana next to?
Yeah, that's with the tsu and with the tenten.
With a little dakten, yeah. So it's definitely zu, but the so it should be in the Hepburn system of Romaji. This should absolutely be Z. The way that it used to be written before Hepburn became popular would be like this: Morote duki. Which, how would you read this, guys?
Ducky.
Duki. Duki.
Ducky.
Andy?
Yeah.
I've seen sometimes T and Z. or D and Z to act
Yeah.
to make the difference with the zoo. Is that
Yeah.
the official or is that just
This is also kind of non-Hepburn standard Romagisation.
But in Hepburn, you don't make a difference then?
You do. You
If
definitely
it's
should.
a Z, then how do you differentiate between tsu-z or su-z?
So this is Morote Tsuki. It should be
Yeah.
TSU for a non-changed hiragana. And
if it's changing?
It's zu.
And if it's like Subaru and it changes to Zubaru, then how would that be? Zu?
Also Zubaru. So you can't tell the difference between, excuse me a second, let me just put this up onto the katakana again. In Hepburn, it's impossible to tell the
But
difference.
they don't make a
between,
difference. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's give me a second. Zuru, zuru, and zuki. TSU. I think I've got. Yeah, there we go. You actually have to write it as duki on the keyboard. But so this is the su made into hiragana.
Yeah.
But both of these in Hepburn are written like this.
Okay.
So
it's
information
just
is lost. It's lost in translation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you have to know it by context. Yeah.
So every time it's a compound word, it takes the dakuan for?
Correct. Generally,
Okay.
this isn't the case all the time though. So for example, uketsuke. This means, excuse me, this means a reception desk or a desk. This is ukeru and tsukeru. But in this case, this doesn't become ukezuke. I don't know why. It's just a choice made, obviously, in the making of this word in Japanese. It's nothing to do with translating it into Roman. It's just simply there was a choice made that tsukeru wouldn't become zukeru. But ochazuke, this means a bowl of rice with some tea and any other rubbish you find in the rubbish bin from the night before. You chuck inside the bowl, pour hot tea over the top. This is, for some reason, this has been given, or this has been dakutend, and this is still tsukeru. This is still the same apply as uketsuke. I don't know why. Yeah, in fact, I imagine that most Japanese people don't know why either. It's probably lost in the mist of time. Yeah. Okay. Now let's not let Kim off the hook. So Kim, we're doing this part here.
Well, in the meantime, Google Translate isn't helping me.
I warned you.
Sorry.
About noodles.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Noodles.
Don't fall for the Google Noogle trick.
Yeah. I think you understand about the number of teachers who are doing it.
Oi, stop using
sure.
Translate. It won't help.
Yeah. Well, it does help, but
yeah, but it's not helping your understanding that.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to remove any I'll tell you what I'll do. In brackets, I'll say what it actually is rather than where he's using ultra polite language. And this is just wakaru to. And this is to omoimasu. And then I'll put an exclamation mark to make that a full stop. No, it's not really a full. Actually, no, omoimasu. There's actually, it's not a full stop. That's how it goes. Omoimasu. So not shite orareru, just sanka shite iru. That's all it means.
Doing something.
Yeah. If you look at your dictionaries, look up sanka.
Sanka. That was different. Participation.
Yep.
Joining.
Yep. Participation. To sanka suru means to participate.
Okay. So participating.
Yes. Good.
Participating.
Mm-hmm. Participate. That's actually the first word of the paragraph exactly.
Sensei gata.
Sorry.
Sensei?
Well,
Sensei?
sorry. When he says sensei gata, this is him being uber polite, uber modest. He actually means hito. He's talking about the people at the seminar. They're not really sensei gata. He's just calling everybody sensei to be polite.
Like high grades or somebody.
Yeah, they are. This is the central seminar, so they are all high grades, but he almost certainly is senior to all of them.
Okay.
Kim, we've got yeah, exactly.
Half. Gurai.
Gurai. This means approximately, just to save you some time.
Approximately. Half approximately. Wa wakaru.
So don't look at this. Look at this instead.
Wakaru. To understand.
Yes.
To understand and to omoimasu. Yeah. That's what he thinks.
Good. Exactly. So this is like there's like a subclause here, and then I think.
But what's he think? What is he thinking?
Well, you've done the first bit. This all means participating. This means
people.
But not all people.
Half of all the people.
Yes.
Half of all the people who are participating.
No. This is a modifier at the beginning of the sentence. So it's saying this is basically modifying people. This is an adjective for people. So participating people. Half of you.
Well, isn't that the same as I said?
No, you said half. What did you say exactly?
Half of the participating people.
Oh, okay, well, that's it. Good. Yeah, excellent. And it's good, so it's about half of the
about half of the participating people.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yep.
I think.
I think. Good. No, there's gut. Yeah, but excellent. Good. Okay. Well done. Excellent. Very nicely translated. Well done. And then Tom. Let's do from. Let's just try. Sorry, give me a second. Let's try this first. We'll see how we do.
So the sword.
And just pop this into place, Tom, just a second. Katana wa nuite kiru no de wa naku.
So is drawing and cutting? Nuite kiru?
Yeah. So the reason why I picked this exercise is because it's full of timing references, which is what we've mastered recently. So this is critical.
Draw and cut them?
Yeah, exactly.
It's used as a sequential.
Excellent, good. But so katana wa nuite kiru no de wa naku.
So the naku is also drawing?
No, so this is this. If I put this into easy to understand, no de wa nai or de wa arimasen.
So not.
Yes.
So I'm not drawing and cutting the sword. Draw and cut the sword. So draw and then cut the sword.
Not cut the sword, but it's making the katana the subject of the sentence.
Yes. So the sword is not drawn and then cut.
Good. Excellent. It's not drawn and then cut. And then we've got a comma. And then teya. Kiru tame ni nuku toyu tsukaikata o shite kudasai. That part there.
draw to cut.
It's now turning this into
とい
sensible
う
English.
使
Yeah.
い方をして、oh Jesus.
Tay, can I ask something first? Do you
Yeah.
understand the meaning of this sentence? That's the first thing. Or is it still difficult to understand what he's actually saying?
Well, to you, is said, or
Yep. Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and tsukaikata is way of using.
Good.
And shite kudasai.
Yeah. Means
please do.
Yeah.
But how to translate this?
Oh, okay. Right. So I mean, this
it makes sense.
Yeah. This is the problem now. You understand what he's saying, don't you?
Yes, but
okay. So
how to put it in English?
Don't worry about putting incorrect English or translating the sentence. Create the image of what he's saying, because you understand what he actually means now. Okay. Create the image first. Don't worry. Don't think about English. You can think of this in Finnish if you like. You can think of it in Russian or Swedish.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Just try to imagine what sentiment he's trying to communicate. Okay. And then translate it. Just explain what he has just said. Don't translate it Japanese for English. Just explain what he's just said. So I'm deleting that in order for you to just explain purely from Teoryu how you translate this.
So the way to use the sword would be to so-called draw to cut.
This is good. The only thing I'd say is it finishes with shtick
do
with
it.
a say.
But please, the way to use. And please do it. I don't know.
I mean, you could say at the end, please do it this way.
Please do it this way.
This would work. What I don't want to do is to try to test you guys, your ability to make a sensible sentence in English. That's not why we're here. The only important thing is to understand what's being said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Can I ask something? So the way that we translate it like that, is it like the first part is not good? So instead of that, do what Thea just translated.
That's right. Yeah. About half past, I think. Yeah. So
how would we connect them?
There should be a but here, really. But the way he did say nor there's gut here. But husbands, people understand, I think. Really, this but here is kind of redundant. Understand, I think. The sword is not drawn and then cut, but the way to use would be to so-called draw and cut. Please do it this way. So I'm just going to delete this a second. And I'm now going to use my only purely my ability to speak English to try to put this into some sort of sensible sentence, because it's really difficult to do direct translations, because the way that the Japanese sentence is structured, the way that they do a reporting of movement, and the way that they turn it into a request is completely different to the way that we would do it in a European language. Possibly, maybe, I don't speak all European languages, but I don't think we would do it this way. So I would say the sword is not drawn and cut. Katana wa. Oh, no, I've deleted the wrong stuff. Give me a second to go and get it, guys, in a second. 切るためのではなく I should repaste this whole thing. Katana wa nuite kiru no dewa naku. So this part's fine. The sword is not drawn and then cut. Kiru tame ni toyu no niniku toyu tsukai kata o shite kudasai. Please do this. And this is what we often do when we're translating this kind of thing, is to say with a feeling of or thinking of drawing to cut. Please use the sword. With a feeling of thinking of drawing to cut. That's what we would say in English anyway, possibly in French as well.
That's completely different of what is actually written there.
Yeah, this is why we have to sometimes just kind of, and I'm sure Jock does the same, it's not useful to always do a kind of word by word, phrase by phrase translation. You end up with a sentence which makes no sense at all.
Right.
You've got to understand what they're saying and then say in the language that you're now speaking. I'm sure Piotr, you sympathize with this completely. It's fine to do direct translation if somebody asks you to do a direct translation, but talking about something like Iaido, you can't do this. You end up with people looking at you saying, what you just said makes no sense at all.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This sentence, kiru tame ni nuku, wouldn't this could be regarding drawing to cut? Please do this.
Yeah, that also doesn't make any sense. That's also not correct English.
No, but still, it's somewhat what you wrote.
Yeah. It's not that elegant, when probably the most successful way of doing this is to understand the concept or the feeling or the nuance of what's being said first, make a kind of this is what the person wants to say image in your head, and then say this. Don't spend too much time trying to do all the different kind of Japanese nuances and clauses and all that sort of stuff. You'll end up just saying complete nonsense. I mean, if I translated this in a seminar and said, for the purposes of drawing to cut, please use the use of the sword like this. Maybe some English people might understand. Anybody who has trouble with English would look at me and say, what did you just say? Just sounds like you've thrown some words in the air and they've landed on the ground. Better to kind of think about what's being said and trying to say it then in your own language. Yeah. Okay, Josef. Kiru tame ni nuku toyu tsukai kata. Oh no, we've done that one, haven't we? どうしても最初は抜いてから切る。形通り覚えて、let's do this part first here, I think, Josef. どうしても最初は抜いてから切る。
I'm not sure about because I would need the second part of the sentence, but maybe the reason is also that, first.
I think this part actually is a distinct phrase that you can put into context. Yeah. This isn't why. It is why, but more doesn't mean why. Do you know what this means? Anybody?
Whatever.
One more time, John.
Whatever.
It means for whatever reasons.
Yeah. Right. For whatever reasons.
You can express this for some reasons, or
no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's good actually to put it.
For whatever reasons. First you cut from drawing.
Yes. This is fine, but just so that people are understanding the emphasis that he's giving here.
Okay. First
you
draw and you cut from that.
Yes, good. From there. Excellent. Yeah. So he's emphasizing that people draw the sword and then they cut. There's a kind of sequence of drawing and then cutting, like they're two distinct movements. Good. And then now the second part does need context with the first part. So Jock, katachi dori oboete shimau mono desu ka? You see this comma here, Jock? That shouldn't be there. It was in there, but it shouldn't really be there.
Katachi is a form. Following the form, understanding. Goodness me. Shimau mono. Katachi dori.
Yeah, I'm going to drag this out. Hang on a second, Jock. Let me copy and paste it above. Katachi dori oboete shimau desu ka?
Learn.
Yeah,
oh,
let's
like this.
Yes, katachi, the way of. Oboete shimau. So this is not learn, but oboeru.
Study.
It's memorize.
Remember.
Oh, is it memorize?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. And then we've got this shimau mono desu ka. Remember we covered
how to memorize.
No, shimau means oboete shimau, te shimau. Remember we did this a few weeks ago.
Yes, I thought it meant to finish it. To finish.
To finish, but also it adds a feeling of what?
Something's over.
Yeah.
To end up.
One more time.
To end up.
Yeah, to finish.
Something bad.
Regret.
Something bad. Regret. Yes. Regrettably. Yeah. And then mono desu ka. So really this kind of puts regrettably just here.
Regrettably.
And then shimau. Then mono desu ka.
A regrettable thing.
Yeah, exactly. Thing it is. But see what I mean? You translate it literally, you get this kind of what? Okay, so this does now actually connect with the previous sentence that that Joseph did. So it goes.
First one that you got from there. Following this way.
Yeah, let's just hang on. Yeah, so that.
I don't understand where regrettably comes in though at all.
So anything te shimau, if you do, for example, tabete shimaimashita, this means one of two things. This means both of two things. Either to complete the eating, i.e., I finished eating, and this also means and it's done, it's finished, done.
Shimata.
I've done it. Yeah, finished. But it also means, regrettably, I ate it. Almost like I ate it by accident. Saigo no sushi wa doko desu ka? Ah, tabete shimaimashita. It's like this. Where's the last bit of sushi gone? Oh, I ate it. I'm sorry. Tabete shimaimashita. So it means, unfortunately, this happened. So whatever verb is set into the te is the thing that you did regrettably.
Non deshimai.
Non deshimaimashita. Ah, non deshimaimashita. I drank it, unfortunately. David Bowie ga nakunatte shimaimashita. I'm afraid David Bowie has died. So anything that goes teshimau,
it's done.
It's got a feeling of something which is over, completely over, or literally something is over because you've done something regrettable, like had a car accident. Yeah.
I need to write this down. Correct. Or complete. But I still can't make a lot of sense of the sentence.
I know it's completely higgledy-piggledy, isn't it? Right, let's let me just try and get this into. Here we go. どうしても最初は抜いてから切る形通り覚えてしまうものですが Right. So for whatever reasons, what did Tom say? No matter what. At first, we learn to draw the sword and then cut this shape. It's a problem. It's a thing. Mono desu ka? It's a thing that, for whatever reason, at first we memorize by drawing and then cutting. That used up some processor power then, I tell you. The thing is, mono desu ka? The thing is that that for whatever reason, unfortunately, at first we memorize by drawing and then cutting in this form. Yeah. This is what it means.
I can't understand how they can structure such a sentence in their mind.
I know, it's bizarre, isn't it? I think it's because he's probably already said it a few times and he's now just repeating the same sentence.
It's a subject and a bag
It's
of
like
information
German.
and a verb.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
Isn't it kind of like German?
It might be. Is this the way that you would construct in German?
No, something is always at the end, and I need it first.
At the beginning, right?
The beginning.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to translate this thing that he said, I would also translate it completely differently in an English way. I would say, mondai wa, the problem is. Saisho ni, at first, minasan ga, everybody, nuite kara kiru, drawing and cutting, no junban de, in that order, naraimasu, learns. But this is probably me imposing my English way of thinking onto this text.
Yeah, that's English logic, yes.
Exactly, yeah.
You'd also be implying that there's a problem, which he's not saying.
Yeah, but he is implying a problem.
He is saying there is a problem.
Shimao mono, regrettably, think a regrettable thing. So he is definitely implying there's a problem. Yeah.
And maybe there's also an then demonstrating and he's pointing, look, that's the problem.
It could be. Sorry, Jacques, what did you say?
I've forgotten.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to write this in so that we've got some kind of then you cut from there. And unfortunately, this is the way
we learn to do it. Yes, we
memorize it.
Memorize. Why memorize? Not learn it.
Oboeru. Oh, you mean why didn't he say learn it? Maybe it's because I'm just guessing. But if you were to say that you learnt it that way, that would suggest that it was taught that way. And what he's implying is that you've memorized it that way because you've seen it, haven't understood the explanation, and just done it that way. Yeah.
And I think it's more also more that you remember wrong, and you were probably taught right, but you remember wrong.
Yeah.
What you remember is this. Okay.
Yeah.
This is very politically correct.
Isn't it?
Welcome to Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So nice.
Dodging a lot of bullets there, right?
Yeah. You see, what I would have said was, your teachers probably taught this wrong. Okay, let's see. Piotr.
Oh dear.
Akumademo kiru tame ni nuku mono. Hey, look, guys, a sentence which doesn't finish with either a verb or des.
Yeah.
Finish with a noun. Of course, if we finish with a noun, what does that mean is missing? What's the invisible thing that's at the end?
I'm assuming that would be
des.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Akumade mo kiru tame ni nukumono.
Akumade, is that from opening?
No, it's a completely different
Finally.
thing. It's as much as you can, or as much as possible, or at the very least. At the very least.
What are the parts of that?
Actually, I think it's a complete phrase. If you go on to
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It seems to be. I get this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akumade no.
Can you just hold it to the camera a bit closer, Andre? How would you translate that first kanji?
I don't think there's a kanji. for
Is it
Akuma.
is it only Japanese?
Can I say what I found here? Like,
Go ahead.
it says, sated, tired of, bored.
You also have in
Akiru, to get bored of, right?
It does have a Chinese reading, which is whole.
Yeah. Akiru, akasu, aku. Yeah.
But you also have akumed. Oh, sorry, Sensei.
Yeah, it means to be fed up, doesn't it? Akiru.
Aki suru, yeah. Or
yeah.
akirame.
Yeah, akirameta. Yeah.
I'm bored with this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also says with akumade to the end. So
Yes.
as much as you can to the end.
Yeah. So yeah, this means kind of like doing this ad nauseum is what it really means.
Persistency as well.
As much as you can.
Yes. So sorry, Pil, can you say again?
Thoroughness is also one, or persistence. So basically, until you get sick of it, continue until as much as you can.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it also says thoroughness.
Thoroughness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think ad nauseum is probably the best way to say this, because it's kind of exactly what it is. It's precisely do it until you're sick and bored of it.
I'm sure I've heard Japanese mums say akireta.
I'm sick of this.
I'm sick of the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Akireta.
Akirameta.
Akirameta.
Yeah. I've been made bored of this.
On a Latin side note, I think you mean nauseam.
Nauseam. Oh, is it like this?
Ad nauseam. Oh yeah, yeah.
Prawda?
So as much as you can, in order to cut, in order to draw.
In order to so kirutameni. So this would be in order to.
In order to cut, you must draw, or you have. But mono des. So drawing is something that you must do as much as possible in order to cut.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't read too much into this mono des. There's actually, if you've got any advanced Japanese textbooks, there should be a whole section on mono des, like a taberu mono des, and it's just a way of kind of giving emphasis to that thing. A bit like in English we would say, sorry, let me speak slowly, a little bit like in English where we would say this is a case of, or it's that kind of thing. I'll be back. So in this case, even though Piotr, even though this finishes with mono des, I would ignore mono and just think of it as being des. In fact, it's like saying to you mono des. It's like this. This is the thing that is done.
But to you mono des is this is what is said, right?
Yeah, but it also means that this is what it means.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So let's see. Akumade mo kiru tame ni nuku mono desu. So as much as you can, draw in order to cut, basically.
Right. Exactly. Good. Yeah.
So in interpretation rather than in translation, would you say as much as you can draw? Well, yeah, in order to cut, so that you can cut.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because you can probably sense now that this no tame ni is actually something more than just saying in order to or for the benefit of. It's really saying that you can't
cut without
drawing. Yeah, like these two things are so intrinsically linked. If you're going to cut, if you're going to draw, it must be so that this becomes the cut.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
this isn't literally what he said, but this is what it kind of means, doesn't it? This tameni.
Yeah, but this is exactly the thing, because what I would read from this is that don't draw and then cut and then make these really two separate things. But if you draw with the intention of cutting and making the cut directly from the draw.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. All of that contained in this phrase, no tameni. Yeah. With the intention of, you know, with the purpose of. Yeah. Difficult to explain in English because we don't have that many kind of words which neatly say this is intrinsic to this. It's critical that these two are joined together. There's not one word that describes that. There's probably a German word, but there isn't an English one. Yeah. Okay, good. ものです。そしてパヤ。この9本目もそうですが、抜き打ちなのです。
This number 9 is also like this.
Good.
This ga means but here.
No, it's
no,
not.
It doesn't write.
It's the other version of ga, which means it means this.
Oh, okay. Because it's nukiuchi, or it's nukiuchi, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's nukiuchi. Actually, this nukiuchi nano des, rather than just saying nukiuchi nano des, the way that I would say this in English is because nukiuchi is what it is. Which probably doesn't have. No, go ahead, Paya. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand well. It means like nukiuchi is what it is. Means like that's like this purpose of nukiuchi is what it's this way of drawing.
Yes, exactly that. That is the purpose is nukiuchi. Yeah, it's in English we just kind of throw more and more words at it to give it some emphasis. Nukiuchi is what it is. Yeah. The thing that we're looking at is nukiuchi. This is what it is. Do all this, guys.
I think my brain will just blow up.
It's a problem if English is not your first language, then this is doubly challenging for you to try and translate this from Japanese into English. So I completely sympathize. I'm sure you'd have much more success and ease doing this into your own language.
But I'm sure you'll agree, Andy, that the Zenkenren manual is much clearer.
Oh, definitely.
Much better written.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't lay all this kind of slightly redundant stuff in there, does it? It just says, "Do this."
Much cleaner,
isn't
it?
Do this. Yeah. Exactly.
Now I understand why the German one is more clearer than much clearer than English one. English version.
Yeah, it could be. I think
it's something like in German.
Yeah, almost certainly there are probably some direct equivalent words in German, whereas we have to kind of create an entire sentence to say one word. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? そして足を引いての抜き打ちです。Oh God, we got the same thing here. Naska. そして足を引いての抜き打ちです。Again, this is kind of redundant.
My brain go.
Yeah. Okay, you can recruit somebody to assist you in this. Pick him.
I would try to think.
Okay. Remember, we've got Kenji and Ryoko story as well. Time's ticking on. Okay, I'm going to move on. Effie, have a go. Oh, sorry, Naska. If you want to do this, if you can explain this in Polish now, your personal translator has arrived. If you understand the Japanese.
I can't. I can understand the words, but
okay,
but not the meaning.
Sure. Okay, Effie. If that's the case, Effie, you try first, and then I think I can probably.
Okay. So is that heat stepping
Pulling.
back?
Drawing back.
So, but okay, I want to see what has to do with the feet. So
actually, in this case,
because I can understand the rest, but
yeah, usually in the book, this wouldn't be heat there; it would be sagaru or ashi o sageru. This is how it's actually written in the book.
Stepping
not
back.
Hiku. Yeah.
The stepping back.
Yes, stepping back.
Because that's why I can understand the rest, but I don't see where the heat with the ashi. Okay, so after so and then.
Yep.
And then is the nukiuchi while stepping back the foot.
Yes. Yeah.
Of stepping back.
Yes. Yeah. So this isn't sequential. This isn't te nukiuchi des. He's joining this. It's the nukiuchi of stepping back. Yeah.
It's like, and then comes that. So he finished explaining the first part. Is that the soshite in that case?
He's
so
actually
after
saying
all this.
Yes, he's then saying additionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he gives a little bit more explanation. Tobe, sagatte kitte iru no dewa naku.
Step back when cutting.
So this now has got sequential tefon.
Oh, step back and cut.
So step back and then cut, right?
And then cut. Hi.
Yeah. No dewa naku.
No. So dewa would be dewanai.
Yep. It is.
And naku is pulling.
So this actually means this is just a way of joining dewanai and the next sentence. It's like saying dewa nakute, dewa nakute.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. Okay.
It's not, but like this. And then Andre. Sagari nagara kiteiru nukiuchi to toraete kudasai.
Please take it like to cut while pulling back.
Yes, while pulling back, exactly. Exactly. Actually, I know that he used he there, and then he changed to sagaru. This kind of mixes things up. I'd say while moving back, because hiku then comes before the ski. This is really pulling your foot back. If you step back, this isn't really pulling back, is it? You're stepping back. Yeah. Yeah. Please take this well. So this toraeru, this means like to catch, doesn't it, Andre? Toraeru. Do you know this?
So is it toraeru or torareru?
It's toraeru. Toraeru.
Okay, because
like this.
Yeah, okay, because the text says torarete.
In the Seisei manual?
No, your transcript.
Oh, sorry.
The transcript above.
Oh, sorry.
Torarete.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Toraeru. Okay.
Yes, toraeru. This means to catch, which basically means we would say in English, to grasp something means to understand something.
The concept.
Yes, exactly. To understand the concept, yeah. Cool. Good. I think we'll leave that for now. Kim started drinking and Kenji and Rieko are calling, right? Yeah. Any questions, guys, before we move on to Kenji and Rieko? Other than the question, can we hurry up and get on to Kenji and Rieko? Okay. I'll spend no more time on this. Cool. Let's see. Paya, you can be my first Rieko this evening.
Okay.
Okay. So while I'm finding the text, let me remind you that they have gone out for the evening to go for dinner in the
Okonomiyaki. God.
Okonomiyaki. What's the place called again? In
Okonomiyaki, yeah.
Yeah, but what's the district in Kyoto called?
Gion something.
Gion. Yeah. Nice romantic cheesy pizza in Gifu with some fish flakes on top. That's going to just get the sexual urges rising, isn't it?
Bonito flakes. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so they got the bus to Gion and he said, right, get off here. So they got off and then they're standing at the side of the road about to walk into the Gion when suddenly Andy sends a chat message to Paya saying, please read this. E così. Sorry, I don't want to share that. Sorry, I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can, but it's just hard.
So the Shipko.
Oh, the double entendres.
It started. It's already started.
It never ends.
Okay, ready, Paya?
Yes. And
we need the help. Sorry, yes, we do. Yeah, we do. Sorry. Let's see. Taya, you're going to be the tourist. T for Taya for tourist. Just a second. Because they bump into a tourist just immediately.
Okay.
You're a Japanese tourist, by the way. You're not a foreign tourist.
Not a gaijin tourist.
No.
Speak Finnish.
Which accent should she?
Kiitos. Syntymäpäivälahja.
Sini Lucia. Okay. Speak first. 渡ってまっすぐです。ちょっと暗い道。
あそこですね。わあ、綺麗な浴衣です。
ありがとう。誕生日のプレゼントです。
そうですか。素敵。
すいません。写真を撮ってもいいですか？
はい、どうぞ。一緒に入りませんか？
いいですか？お願いします。
チーズと言ってね。
ピース。
撮りました。本当に綺麗です。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
こちらこそありがとうございます。良い晩の。
Good. Who got 100%? Wasn't too hard. Anybody? 100% いないの? 50 to 100? Okay, let's do about 90 to 100. Who got 90 to 100?
Yes.
Yay. And 50 to 90? 0 to 50? Absolute 0? Excellent. If it's not absolute 0, I'm happy. Okay, one more time, ladies. This time we'll go a little bit slower. 渡ってまっすぐです。ちょっと暗い道。
あそこですね。わあ、綺麗な浴衣です。
ありがとう。 誕生日のプレゼントです。
あ、そうですか。素敵。
すいません。写真を撮ってもいいですか？
はい、どうぞ。一緒に入りませんか？
いいですか？お願いします。
チーズと言ってね。
ピース。
撮りました。本当に綺麗です。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
こちらこそありがとうございます。良い晩を。
Cool, good. Okay, last time, and we'll do it uber slow. 渡ってまっすぐです。ちょっと暗い道。
ああ、あそこですね。わあ、綺麗な浴衣です。
ありがとう。誕生日のプレゼントです。
あ、そうですか。素敵。
すみません。写真を撮ってもいいですか？
はい、どうぞ。一緒に入りませんか？
いいですか？お願いします。
チーズと言ってね。
ピ
ピー
ー
ス。
ス。
That's not what I said. 撮りました。本当に綺麗です。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
こちらこそありがとうございます。良い晩を。
Cool. I can't believe that some of you, nearly all of you must have got over 50% now. Surely. Yeah, Kim as well. Excellent. Good. Right, let's quickly zip through this then, if that's the case, because there shouldn't be too much to explain. Nasuka-san, 渡ってまっすぐです。ちょっと暗い道。
まっすぐ is a temple?
No, it's straight. まっすぐ。
I didn't hear.
Okay, so this is 渡る、渡ってまっすぐです。ちょっと暗い道。
You're crossing now?
So cross. So 渡って means cross and まっすぐです。まっすぐです。
I don't understand this まっすぐ。
Okay. Effie?
It's straight.
Straight. Cross and then straight, right? And then Nasuka, ちょっと
Immediately? Is that also correct? Immediately?
すぐ is immediately, but まっすぐ means direct and straight. Yeah. And then Nasuka, ちょっと暗い道.
Should it
Am
have,
I-
sorry,
am
should
I
it have
breaking up?
two S's maybe?
A little more? A little bit?
A little bit. Sorry, am I breaking up, by the way?
Yes, you are.
Sorry, I'm not sure why.
And maybe Masugu is with two S's and it's easier to
Sorry.
not
Yeah.
not confuse
Yeah,
it with an
sorry, you're right. Yes, まっすぐ. A little, ちょっと暗い道. There is a kind of non-spoken des at the end here.
It's a little bit more, it's a little bit further, or
No, 暗い道? 暗い? It's just an adjective. This is dark, and then Michi is road.
image.
It's a bit of a dark road. Okay, And then Effie. あそこですね。わあ、綺麗な浴衣です。
Ah, it's over there. Wow, what a nice yukata. Who did they see?
Me. トベ。ありがとう。誕生日のプレゼントです。
Thank you very much. This is a birthday present.
You should have given this role to a man, you know. We as a dark alley have to roll.
And then Andre. そうですか。素敵。
Yes, it is. Wonderful.
This is Ryoko saying, そうですか? Not yes, it is, but
isn't it so?
Yeah. Or is that so? Is that so?
Is that so?
Yeah. 素敵.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah. Cool. Tom, すいません。写真を撮ってもいいですか?
Excuse me. Is it okay I take your picture?
Oh, we're really rolling
picture.
into it now.
What are the odds that they're going out and it's her birthday?
Oh, this is the tourist. It's her birthday.
Passport control.
And then Piotr, はいどうぞ一緒に入りませんか?
Yes, of course. Shall we pose together? Shall we go in together?
Yes.
For the picture.
Yeah. Good. And then Jock, いいですか? お願いします。
Is it okay? Please, お願いします. Yeah, please allow it or something.
Yep, good. Kim, チーズと言ってね。
Cheese. Smile.
Yep. So he's actually saying, what's he, just to be particular, what's he actually saying? He's not saying cheese, he's saying
Smile.
No. He's actually saying, he's saying cheese, but he's actually giving a command. Cheese to yutte kudasai.
Say cheese.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Say cheese. Please say cheese. And they both respond by saying peace, which is what Japanese people normally shout. Let's move this up. Asuka, 撮りました。本当に綺麗です。ありがとうございました。
It's done. It's taken.
Good.
It's about the.
Yeah.
It's taken. 本当に綺麗です。It's pretty. It's really pretty. Thank you very much.
Cool. Good. It's really good if you take a girl out for a date and then you keep looking at some other girl's kimono and saying, oh, it's so beautiful. Can I take a photograph of it? This is really a good way to hit girls, guys, in case you're looking to do this. I doubt it. I think you're all married. Right. I don't need to translate that. But Effie, こちらこそありがとうございます。良い晩を。
No, thank you. Have a nice
Exactly.
evening.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you. Have a nice evening. Good. Yeah, so if somebody says thank you and you want to say back to them, no, thank you, then it's this phrase, こちらこそ, which means from me as well. Thank you. ありがとうございます。こちらこそありがとうございます. A bit like saying think nothing of it. Thank you. Okay, we've got time for think. Yeah. Go ahead, Bill.
Very short. Yoi ban o, yoi as in e, ban as in evening, and then o as in o have
Yes,
this.
exactly. Yeah. So if you say have a nice weekend, you say yoi shumatsu o. Yeah.
And you're leaving out motte kudasai or something like that.
No, it doesn't really have any verb at all. I mean, you could say maybe something like eru to begat. but it doesn't actually have anything missing. It's saying, "You nice evening."
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is this the same Kenji that said all short words on the bus when it was beautiful? And now he meets another girl and he takes the time to say everything is beautiful?
Yeah, it's really good. Really good style, huh?
He got warmed up by this other girl.
Tourist.
Oh boy. Bad boy.
He's really not gonna. There's not gonna be much eroticism later on, I don't think.
What a predicament.
Yeah, unless he gets her really drunk, and then.
What a sad story.
Right.
It may be a threesome.
What?
And nobody's commenting on the fact that they went to a dark street, to a dark alley.
Of course I did.
We have 2 sections left. Anything can happen.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Now just let's see.
Well, I'm not putting my hopes up now.
Don't lose the hope.
Okay, next one. Effie, you're going to be Rieko, and let's see. Tom, you're going to be Kenji.
Or we can do it in Dutch. If you pair us together.
Yeah.
You mean Flemish, right?
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
We have a spare Belgium.
All Belgians are spare. What are you talking about? There you go.
Only second to Belgium.
Okay, so they've now walked into the alleyway in towards not Gifu, Gion. It's all, but it is quite dark and quite sort of narrow. It's all sort of narrow old streets, so it is kind of like this. Yeah. Okay, Tom, over to you.
僕たちは全く観光客みたいですね。
本当です。祇園は素敵です。
いいですよね。時間ありますから、本当のマイクさんがモデル数を特定していますので、少し見に行きましょうか。
一日中それを楽しみにしています。
こちらです。入り口に入ります。
あそこの暗いところですか？ちょっとやばい。
大丈夫です。俺がいます。
それは心配です。
あそこです。その場の手前。手前。
本当ですね。5人の舞妓さん、美しい着物ですね。So much.
Tom, can I ask you
so much?
Tom, can I just ask you something? Can you,
yes,
in Dutch, can you say, I'm going to work tomorrow in Dutch, please?
Ik ga morgen naar het werk.
And one more time?
Ik ga morgen naar het werk.
And can you then say, could you give me that glass?
Ga je met het glas geven?
Okay, that's funny. Your intonation goes down in Japanese, but in Dutch, it slightly rises at the end of your sentences. And you should maybe do this in Japanese as well. Try not to go down at the end. Try and keep it either even or even up a little bit is fine. Yeah. So it sounds like you're speaking Australian. Yeah.
I like Marcus, so.
Okay, once again, guys, a little bit slower.
僕たちは全く環境局みたいですね。
本当です。祇園は素敵です。
綺麗ですよね。時間ありますから、本当の舞妓さんがモデル数を特定しています。ので、少し見に行きましょうか。
行きましょうか。行きましょうか。
行きましょうか。
一日中それを楽しみにしています。
こちらです。入り口に入ります。
あそこの暗いところですか？ちょっとやばい。
大丈夫です。俺がいます。
それは心配です。
ほら、あそこです。その場の手前。
あ、本当ですね。5人の舞妓さん、美しい着物ですね。
Good. That's much better.
That's
Tom.
hora, like
Hora means look. That was better, Tom.
That was a bit Jojo.
Another pretty woman.
Yes. Now there's 5 actually. Okay. Last time, guys. Now fairly
Really
slow.
slow.
Yeah. But Tom, if you when you kept your intonation floating, it was much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
僕たちは全く観光客みたいですね。
本当です。あ、祇園は素敵です。
綺麗ですよね。時間ありますから、本当の舞妓さんがモデルするとこしていますので、少し見に行きましょうか。
Why are you talking with such a low tone?
Because I'm talking slow.
Okay. Is the frequency dropping as well? Sorry.
The time is slowing down.
Maybe it's the Doppler effect and Tom's moving away from me.
一日中それを楽しみにしています。
こちらです。入り口に入ります。
あそこの暗いところですか？ちょっとやばい。
大丈夫です。俺がいます。
それは心配です。
ほら、あそこです。その場の手前。
ああ、本当ですね。5人の舞妓さん、美しい着物ですね。
We better stop, otherwise some blue whales might invade Belgium. Attracted to the song of mating. Oh dear.
Oh, I wish I could speak whale.
I can't, Tom. I'd sort of do the same thing when I speak Japanese. I think I go. I think my intonation goes up though, and it's quite higher than my Japanese. It's quite higher than my English, but yeah, it was much
I
better.
think that's also because I'm reading and speaking at the same time.
Could well be. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly, guys. Can I ask you to read this through again, but quickly this time? Hi, Dodo.
Kenji-san.
You're muted, Tom.
Tom Kenji.
Sorry. Read it fast or normal? Or slow?
Fast, please. Fast, please.
僕たちは全く環境客みたいですね。
本当です。あ、祇園は素敵です。
綺麗ですよね。時間ありますから、本当の舞妓さんがモデルするとこへしていますので、少し見に行きましょうか。
あ、一日中それを楽しみにしています。
こちらです。入り口に入ります。
あそこの暗いところですか？ちょっとやばい。
大丈夫です。俺がいます。
それは心配です。
ほら、あそこです。その場の手前。
あ、本当ですね。5人の舞妓さん、美しい着物ですね。
Good. Okay, who got 90 to 100% of that?
Yeah, yeah.
And 50 to 90? That's nearly all of you. 40 to 50? 30 to 40? 20 to 30? 10 to 20? 0 to 10? I think you're being too hard on yourself, Kim. It was a little bit harder, actually. There's the vocabulary here is a bit different. Okay.
I think they've just shifted to Amsterdam.
Why do you think that?
5 ladies in a doorway. No.
Kim, 僕たちは
Well, I'm completely lost. I didn't understand the total context of this phrase.
Okay,
so I couldn't make
okay.
anything out.
Bokutachi means watashi tachi.
Can you say bokutachi when you have a lady with you?
Yeah, he's a man.
Ah, okay, he's a dude. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
This means watashi tachi.
Not me.
This means us. We.
Us.
Watashi tachi. Watashi tachi. And then mataku. It's another word which is difficult to translate into English. But this means absolutely. Kankou kyaku?
Is it a number? Isn't that a number?
Tourists. Mitai desu ne.
Watching.
Okay, so this is coming up in our class. We had dasou desu and sword and all this sort of stuff to mean looks like. For nouns to say it looks like, we look like, it's mitai desu. So this means we look like. We absolutely look like tourists, don't we?
Okay.
You know, like taking photographs of other people's kimonos.
In that context.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And Yosef, honto desu. Ah, Guillaume wa suteki desu.
Indeed, it's true. Gion, such an amazing place.
Haya, kirei desu yo ne. Jikan arimasu kara, honto no Maiko-san ga modelu suru tokoro shite imasu no de, sukoshi mini ikimashou ka.
Me?
Hey.
It's nice, isn't it? Because we have time. And because there is place where are proper Maiko as models.
Good. Yes, there's a place where there are proper Maiko modeling. This shite imasu, Paya. This means not to be doing, but this is shiru. Shiru.
Oh, so I know.
Yes. Yeah. I know there is a place where there are proper Maiko's modeling. Sukoshi mini ikimashou ka?
Let's go there a bit.
Yeah, good. Good. Nasuka-san, 一日中それを楽しみにしています。
A whole day? All day?
Yep, all day.
All day, I was...
Po polsku jest dobrze.
Czekałam na to cały dzień.
I waited for this all day.
Yes. Yeah, I was looking forwards to this. Yeah, exactly. Effie?
Sorry, I want to ask something for the previous one. I will the me ni, is it like let's me ni ikimashou? Is it let's go and
let's go and see? Yes, let's go there and see.
Okay.
Or a bit. Yeah, exactly. Me ni ikimashou. Let's go and look. Yeah. Tobe. こちらです。入り口に入ります。Another narrow dark entrance.
It's over there.
Yeah, this way.
This way, yes. Let's go in.
Yep.
Let's go inside.
Iriguchi.
The entrance is over.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. So let's go in.
Yeah.
That entrance. Good. Andre-san, あそこの暗いところですか？ちょっとやばい。
Is that dark place over there? Looks a bit dangerous.
Good.
Now she has a small. She feels a little bit scared. Not before, but now.
Now, when they're moving away from the public. So yabai, just so this is more about English guys. Yabai's got a really nice translation into English. Not necessarily dangerous, but dodgy is what we would say. Dodgy. Yabai. So somebody can be yabai without being a dangerous person. They're just a dodgy person. Jock?
The onomatopoeia guy does a whole 20 minutes on yabai. It's quite nice.
It's good, isn't it? That's really easy to understand as well, isn't it? That. Yeah. Then Teya, daijoubu desu. Origaimasu.
It's okay. I'm here. Sorry. Yes. Oh. No.
Piotr, それは心配です。
That's what worries me.
Jock, ほら、あそこです。そのバーの手前。
It's over there, in front of that bar.
Yeah, it's over there. So hora is.
Oh gosh! Wow.
So it's actually it's an explanation. Sorry, an exclamation, which means look. Hora, hora means look, and let me just write this in actually a second.
That's from Jojo.
Jojo.
Yeah. Ora 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 ora. Is it kind of like that?
I don't know. Just normally people say hora.
It's that.
I would.
This means look. Hora means.
Now we know who is watching anime from the group.
This is something completely different in Swedish, I tell you.
I think it's a mountain.
Now you have to tell us.
In some of Slavic languages. It's a
Gora, yeah.
Gora.
Yeah.
It's a mountain in
Gora
Czech.
And Polish as well.
Kurva.
Or Slavic.
Gora. So hora means look and kora means wake up. And then Kim.
Sorry, just one thing. Why temai?
Temai. No, mai is fine. Temai means just in front.
Just in front.
Yeah, literally, not kind of aligned with the front of the bar, but literally right in front.
Like when hands reach.
Almost, exactly, to reach that.
It is the te from as in hand, right? Yeah.
It is, exactly. Kim, 本当ですね。
It's true.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
It's true.
5人の舞妓さん。
5 minutes.
That's
but
sorry. Min does not equal min.
5 minutes, Maiko-san. That's a bit.
You only have to boil them for 5 minutes and they're done.
Also, something like that.
Gonin is counter for people.
Ah, okay. 5 people. And then at the place, Michael's.
Yeah, these are just the people. This is the name of these geisha. Yeah. So there are 5.
Kushi kimono desu.
Utsukushi kimono desu ne?
No idea.
Oh, come on, you should do. What's utsukushi? It's the same as this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful kimono it is.
Isn't it? Nespa. This means there's ne.
Isn't it?
Good. Okay. Cool. Right. That's it, guys.
Can we start translating the Disney as in it?
In it. Like Catherine Tate.
In it.
Yeah. We can. Yeah. If it's you, Effie, anything's fine. Whoosh. Right. Thanks, guys. Hopefully
Thank you very much, Andy.
See you on the week. Have a nice
Thank you very much.
またね。